Africa. It is home to some of the most beautiful, dangerous, and misunderstood animals in the world. Unfortunately, when the human world clashes with their kingdom, there is bound to be some casualties. What would these broken, bruised, and abandoned creatures do? Where would the sick and poisoned get taken for help? Who would parent the orphaned? The answer is hidden far in the green hills of the Lowveld.
Get fed 4 times a day.
4 times a day.
4 times a day, 7 days a week.
Petronelle Nieuwenhout and her Care for Wild family have been brought together by passion and common purpose of helping those that can't be heard, with the common goal of turning all these creatures' sad beginnings into happy endings. The sanctuary was founded by Petronelle Nieuwenhout, a woman whose passion for wildlife inspired her to pursue her dream of taking care of the fragile misfits and unwanted creatures of this earth. Although her passion lies with the rhino plight and the soon-to-be endangered lions, she could not turn her back on the other animals that ended up on her doorstep. Soon, her property became home to abandoned baboons, tortoises, owls, and she even adopted a horse. With an unmatched passion, she takes care of whatever infants might be in her care at the time. The bond she shares with the more permanent lodgers is a wonder to watch.
She ran out of hands, but luckily I have now.
And it could not be more true than her relationship with 3-year-old Luna and 18-month-old Storm. These 2 rhinos were orphaned after their mothers were poached and have an unusual bond with Petronelle. People assume rhinos are lone animals, but Petronelle knew different. Knowing the social creatures that they are, she set about building an unbreakable relationship with the 2 rhinos. It paid off, and even though they are nearly fully grown and have their own private space, they still perk up when they hear a voice and trot over to say hi. Next on Care for Wild's permanent caretaker list is South African-born Angelique. Petronelle's first in charge, is just as passionate and works day and night to keep things in order. She doesn't mind getting her hands dirty and assists in managing and organizing the volunteers, teaching them the ins and outs of keeping the animals fed, safe, and feeling loved. Then you get Sam. This Irishman is not only an asset to Care for Wild, but a comic relief.
Either one's killing his friend or carrying his injured friend.
Whether it is overseeing the feeding, cleaning out pens, general maintenance, or giving volunteers a lecture on nocturnal birds, Sam gives it his all. Sam and Angelique share a deep-found respect towards Petronelle and her vision at the sanctuary, and go above and beyond to keep her dream alive. They share the load when Petronelle is caring for the new infant animals, or having some family time with her 2 sons, Ivan and Ruan. The 2 boys also help when they can and reap the benefits of growing up being surrounded by all these animals, both big and small. Now anyone would say that Petronelle is the big boss of this unique family, but you would be wrong. Herself, Sam and Angelique have to answer to a bigger boss. The truth is, Care for Wild is run by the bossiest, cheekiest terrorist that one would ever have the pleasure of meeting. Oi, the female bandit mongoose. With free run of the entire grounds, Oi oversees all feeding, making sure the portion sizes are exact and correcting it by a few grams if she has to. She would rather be scurrying around looking for crawling snacks, but being the professional that she is, she takes her job very seriously. She assists in the discipline department and has no problem putting back the hand-fed dikers in their place or shouting at the rhinos for taking up too much of anyone's time. She has also taken on the responsibility of checking all the animals' dung for abnormalities, making sure she does a thorough job by immersing her entire body in it and rolling around. After a job well done, she will wander off and go check on the daily maintenance before finding the closest person for a quick cuddle and report back on her extremely busy day at the office. With Oi overseeing maintenance, feeding and general hygiene, there is a very special lady helping Petronelle keep on top of her paperwork, literally. We're not lounging around in the flower beds by the pool. Dot, the giant eagle owl, will make sure Petronelle isn't having too much fun. She also helps stand watch over the juvenile and injured birds in the front garden that are slowly being nursed back to health so they can be released. 2-year-old Bear and 1-year-old Tuscan were hoping for the position as head of security. Daily, they audition by patrolling the fence looking all mean, tough and lion-like. Truth is, they are just cubs at heart, and are just overgrown house cats rather than young male lions. Unfortunately, they are way too big to be lying on anyone's lap purring away. As lovable as they are, one would care to remember that these are wild animals, lions no less. The staff and volunteers are well aware of the fact, and even though these two just want to play, at their size a quick rough and tumble could land you in a lot of trouble. Much to their disappointment, they were overlooked for the security position. Patrolling the premises is Goofy and trusty sidekick Mickey, two soft-hearted dogs that make sure every piece of the grounds and this very unique family are safe. Occasionally, they take a break and indulge in a little playtime with some of the residents, and are not too partial to a quick splash in the nearby dam with little Emma. Now Emma is a special one. This baby hippo who was found all alone in a water pump station has stolen the heart of all she meets. As she was found as an infant, Petronelle and her team worked hard and had many sleepless nights feeding and caring for baby Emma, as hippos are naturally social animals, and often in large groups. Petronelle sleeps with Emma every night so that Emma can feel the same closeness that she would experience in the wild. There are many night feeds and a lot of preparation work into caring for the young hippo, yet it's not all work. Emma loves to play and is thriving in her well-rounded environment. She is very playful and enjoys a trip to the dam close to the house. Happy with her companionship, Emma enjoys disappearing under the water and sneaking up on you for a quick kiss on her nose. With a lot of splashing, bubble blowing and rolling under the water, you realize what a happy little hippo Emma is. After an exhausting swim, she's rather thirsty and trots back to the house for a feed and an afternoon siesta. Emma will have full run of the reserve and its 3 dams when she is old enough to venture out on her own, and Oi is quite happy being in charge of things and running around finding bugs. The majestic blue crane watches over the rhinos, unable to fly due to human stupidity. Petronelle has made her a beautiful enclosure where she has shelter and water. The nanny goat helps too by caring for the orphaned rhinos, offering them companionship and stability. As sad as it is that some of these amazing creatures are too broken, either mentally or physically, they will never be set free into the wild. To these creatures, Care for Wild is their home.